Hey, welcome to Northumberland Zoo on YouTube. My name is Maxine and I work here. And today we're just going to go on a little bit of a walk around and just see kind of what's new at the zoo. I appreciate I haven't done an update in quite a while. We've just been so busy with all kinds of stuff. We're closing again in January from the 5th until the 30th. So we've got a lot of work that we need to kind of get set up and put in place ready for when we are closed, because it's a really good time for us to get loads of stuff redone, ripped out, put in, you know, and when we haven't got to worry about, you know, kind of having visitors on site and whatnot. So yeah, we're doing a lot of work. We're doing a lot of work in our cafe again. We're doing a lot of work in our front entrance. That's going to be completely different when you come back at the end of January, beginning of February. Just because, like, it's growing pains. You know, for anyone who doesn't know, we are a family-run zoo, so quite a small family. It's me and my mum and dad, and we kind of started this 10 years ago. And we're growing all the time, and I don't have a marketing person, we don't have any kind of advertiser or anything like that, but every year we're going up and up and up. And this year we've already been, I think we're kind of on par with last year's numbers, but by the end of the year we'll be above last year's numbers, which is really good, because I hear from a lot of other zoos in this country that they're kind of down like 10-15% on last year. So yeah, I mean, we're in a good position, you know, visitor numbers wise, which is great. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff happening in January, so I've been trying to like get everything organized, and we're bringing a lot of kind of outside help in as well. Normally we do a lot of things in-house, but we're kind of getting to the point now where it's just so much to do that we have to kind of get contractors in to do stuff for us, and that's challenging, really challenging. But it's the joys of building a zoo, you know. This is what you do. So I'm in the bat house just now. Everyone's chilling out. It's kind of like that mid-afternoon chill kind of period where these guys like to have a cat nap, and everyone is very chill. It's very musical in here with crickets. Can't get rid of them. If anyone knows how to get rid of crickets, please let me know. I'm about this far away from like releasing a team of commando lizards in here, and the meerkats, they would have a whale of a time, but Lucy won't let me. So yeah, they are annoying. Fender, our little hand-reared bat, is doing really well. He's off show currently, so he's like behind this kind of bug tank, and he's got a little group of friends that he's been getting to know and he's been spending time with. So that's great, but he's super needy, so when you go in with him, he's like, ooh, and gets hold of you and stuff. So it won't be long until he's out there, but we need him to get a little bit bigger, just in case the bigger bats kind of have a bully him. But yeah, everyone's doing well. The babies are kind of all growing up. We've got 30 bats in here now. And if you haven't seen the news already, Jersey Zoo is actually going out of this species as well, which is really sad, but we're working really closely with them to try and figure out what to do with their chunk of the population. They're wanting to get new holders in, which is fair enough, because it's not a good idea to have fruit bats all in one basket, which is understandable, just in case anything goes wrong with the facility. Yeah, we're gonna see what we can do to kind of help out there as well. So yeah, anyways, that's bats. Let's have a little look, see where else we get to. We've got one very brave prairie dog out, kind of battling the elements. He's getting on a bit, not gonna lie. We don't actually know how old he is, but they only live for like 5 or 6 years, and we've had him for several years. But he's on his own. He lost his partner in the summer, so it's just him. We're probably not going to get any more prairie dogs, just because I think that we can make better use of, not better use of this enclosure, but I think we can potentially look at maybe moving a prairie dog species somewhere else in the zoo. Maybe it's in the expansion. So we can actually make use of this and add some different facilities on it and turn it into something else, because this is a really important exhibit at the zoo, because it's the first exhibit that you see when you come to the zoo. So I kind of want to take the wall out, put some glass in it, so as you're walking through you see like into the enclosure rather than kind of having to look in it, which I appreciate is frustrating. So look at him. Oh, he's a little bit soggy. We had all of the rain in the entire of the UK dumped on us overnight. Obviously fall is definitely hit. Temperatures have changed, trees look rubbish, It's like the sad part of the year when you don't really want people to come and visit the zoo because you're like, oh god, come in the summer because it looks really pretty. All of our harvest mice are getting settled for the winter now. So we obviously stopped breeding, so we separate them all out. Our last release took place probably about a month ago. So in total we released around 100 harvest mice this year. So they've gone to the George Bay. So these guys are all overwintering now, ready for next year. So they've done well. We would really like to double our production for this, so I'm kind of looking at where we can put additional harvest mice facilities so that we can produce more. I had a really funny year with harvest mice this year actually, because they didn't really start breeding until like August, which is really late. Normally you can, you know, kind of kickstart them in March or April, but we had such a dry start to the year that it must have affected breeding, because it wasn't just us, it was other zoos across the UK as well. So you might not have noticed, but we did get an additional crested porcupine in our meerkat porcupine exhibit, a young female from Chester Zoo. For some reason our female has never bred, so we don't know if it's just a her thing or what, but we've got a young female. Male's very interested. If you see the male, he's got like a bit of a scab on his face at the moment because he spent so long like sniffing her, and obviously she's spiky. So if you do see him and he looks like that, that's because he's been doing things that are naughty. One of them is popping his little head out at the back there. They live in that little cave there at the back. I think our plans for this exhibit long term would be to move the meerkats out, because obviously during the day, for whatever reason, the porcupines aren't feeling confident enough to kind of come out into the space and be on show because no one ever sees them. And the meerkats, you know, I think that maybe they can move somewhere else. I don't know. But then the cresties can have their own exhibit, and hopefully we can breed them, because you can get like huge groups of these guys, like 15, 20 individuals. And especially in this space, we've got so much space for them. And maybe trying to encourage them to be a little bit more diurnal as well. So there's two of them there. I don't know if you can see them. They're kind of following each other's around. Here we go. Coming at the front. Oh, this is our male. You can see he's got all that kind of fresh skin on his face where he's healed up from sniffing a spiky bum. Anyways, but sadly we have lost one of our chipmunks as well. We've only got one chipmunk left now. These guys were kind of a bit of a rescue rehome job anyways. I kind of seen them in a really small cage somewhere, so we built this for them, and we don't know how old they were, but there's one little guy left in there. They only live 5 or 6 years, so just one of those things. I kind of want to get down to the snowies and show you where we're up to with that, because I know you'll be curious where the snow. I know we've done a lot of snow leopard updates lately, but it is a big project, you know. This year on the actual this site of the zoo, there's not been a massive amount of change. Obviously we've redone the front of our snow leopards. The keeper team kind of redid our otter enclosure, which looks really, really smart still. Look at this. Look at this pond. It is full. And we've got like the river feature in here, but it's not really many things that are tangible that I can say, yeah, this is brand new for 2025, because we've been working so hard on our like expansion bit. So the expansion has got new species coming in hopefully, and yeah, that's kind of been occupying a lot of our time. We've got new plans for our wallaby area as well, which we want to get done, because we're actually gonna, I think we're gonna go out of redneck wallabies and get a different wallaby species in, an EEP species. That's the plan. So we want to kind of move our kookaburras into there, because obviously that's an Australian species and it makes sense for the kookaburra to go in there. Ooh, there's some exciting things that's happened in here actually. We need to go and have a look. So yeah, we're going to do some changes around here and try and do a little bit of compartmentalizing with our species and give the kookaburras a new home, hopefully. Rainforest, look out. Let's go in here, because we actually had something very exciting happen last week. Don't know if we'll see anything, but Marge has had another baby. Not only did we have little Bruno born, I can't remember when that was now, but she's just had another baby, which is really exciting. And it is just kind of wrapped around her neck at the moment, like a little bit of a fluffy, lumpy scarf. It's really sweet, because obviously Bruno, being kind of the first offspring, his main mission will now be to at some point kind of like observe and trial holding a baby for the first time, because that's how they need to like learn. It's like a process they need to go through, the offspring, in order to be able to raise his own kind of families in the future. So It'd be really cool to see Bruno actually holding on to a little baby and being, you know, being taught how to do that. I think they're all the way at the back there, bouncing around, but these guys are getting so confident that the baby and mum was all the way over at the window the other day. The pygmy marmoset's come right over now. And watch this space, because we're going to have a new species in here, hopefully by the beginning of December. And it will not disappoint. So definitely come and see us in December to meet our new resident. Let's continue our journey down to the snow leopards. This is quite nice now. The rain stopped. The rain sadly has put everyone off. I think there's like 2 people in today, and those are people that were booked in for an encounter. So they kind of had to come. But yeah, this is quite nice now. Being able to walk around and do a video during the day when we're open is quite rare. Everything is just soaking wet. Absolutely soaking wet. So one of the things that we've been working on over the past couple of months is getting the tapirs into their new enclosure, and they officially went in the water and got let into that enclosure a couple of weeks ago, which was quite nice. I don't think I've shared it with you.
Are you receiving, Maxine? Tobias is in if you wanted to come back. Yeah, she's got it.
Because the temperatures are starting to get quite low now, so they probably won't go in the lake as much now. But so the tapirs and the cappies have officially got access to this bit here. Although you wouldn't know because of the lack of signage. That's my fault. I need to do better on the sign front. Get some signs made for down here. But yeah, the tapirs, they can go in there and completely submerge, so you can't see them, which is great. Cappies literally sit at the edge and like dive in, which is super fun. So yes. It's a bit of a mess down here at Snow Leopards, but it's gonna get tidied up for the weekend. But yeah, here we are. Have a look at these. So these are some of like the kind of Nepalese stack things, and they haven't been finished painting yet. Aiden has had a bit of a nightmare trying to get them painted over the last couple of days, but we've had so much rain, it's just not worked out. So this has just got like the base coats on it. And over on this side, so we've got a bit of this on this side. So that bit in the middle, like the plastery bit, obviously hasn't been painted yet. And then the bits around it where it kind of looks like brickwork, they've got their base coat on, so they still need like adding details on. And then me and Luce are gonna like carve something to go in that bit there. But we kind of wanted to make it seem like the building was like a bit of a ruin. And then we've got a couple more stacks here. Again, they've got the base coat on, they need a little bit more. And our viewing area, which is quite cool. Wood logs and plaster on the inside now. Look at this kind of carved log pole in the middle with bricks at the bottom. We've got them to make like kind of picture frames around where the signs are going to go. So it looks like the signs were kind of meant to be there. So he's done a bit of painting on them, but obviously it's not quite finished this yet. And the rain has really kind of like wet our chips, for want of a better term. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, but it looks pretty cool how he's done like the cracked plaster effect, and then those logs, even though that's not a log, that is concrete. And then look at all these bricks kind of poking through the plaster. Oh, it's clever stuff. So yeah, it looks really, really smart compared to what it did. And then once these all get finished up and painted up, then we'll fill this with rocks and make a bit of a alpine-y themed rock garden. Blend it all in, add some signage, maybe try and do some theme signage for down here as well. It just adds a little bit more to our snow leopard project. But yeah, we'll have a quick look over here at this tapir lake. Look at the state. Oh, the cappies are out actually. Wow, look at this lake. It is full. And our 2 capybaras are over the other side there hanging out. So I think we'll finish this video on some nice clips of the tapir exploring their pond for the very first time. And I do apologize for the very delayed update, but I hope you enjoyed that quick little kind of summary of what's been going on. And if you haven't done already, please do remember to subscribe to the Northumberland Zoo YouTube channel. and like this video, and I shall see you next time. Who'd have thought Tobias was going to be the bravest?